Hello, it's Tony and Rose from Australia. I've got nothing to do today. I just got up at midday and I saw this young lady died who left her 5-year-old baby and the husband. And I'm hearing about these things every day. Every day somebody died. I'm smoking, sorry. You don't like it, I can't help it. And I don't know what kind of world we are living in today. I don't know. You have war everywhere. Countries are choked with immigrants. I was talking to a few people in Malta, and they got so many immigrants, and they're fighting with knives, stealing. What a shame the government let these people in and hurt their own people. What a shame. I can't understand how the government, because of the human rights, of course, I believe that everybody's got rights. But I believe that the people who got rights, they should serve the law. They should understand the law. They should believe in the law. They should behave themselves, not going into another country which they came from in poverty, in raping, in killing, and then they come to another country and they want to do the same thing to hurt other country. And that's wrong by the government. That's wrong by the government. The government should test these people, test their background before they let them into the country. And if they come illegal, they should shift them back straight away. And especially a little island in Malta, which they are choked with immigrants, which there is a lot of people are scared, a lot of old people, they're scared to go out. What's wrong with the government these days? With all the politicians? And I heard as well that, of course, the Prime Minister of Malta, it doesn't worry much, they gave him a yacht. So he can go into somewhere else to get rid of all the hassles and bustles that there is in Malta. This is what I heard. I'm not saying this. People are telling me back in home. Traffic choked in Malta, choked with traffic. Shopping, they are buying them outsiders. They told me in Hamrun the whole lot is sold to immigrant people. I seen them on the video fighting with the knives in there. What's wrong with the politician? Don't you think that when you elect a politician, you put your trust into them and put your hope that they're gonna help you instead of they ruin you? I don't know what's going on in this world. I don't know. Russia war? My God. Everywhere with war. War. Why would they want to kill people? Innocent people, children. I cannot understand. So the reason I came today, because usually I do some cooking, and I'm not in the mood to do cooking anymore. I'm fed up to do cooking, really. I just want to talk about the clairvoyant, which I do not understand them. This lady, a couple of ladies came, 3 actually, and they talk. One of them said, You know why we pass away? Because all the inside is closed up, of course. Do we need to hear that from a clairvoyant? You know why they die? They pass away? Because they stop eating, they stop medication. But the reason is nobody knows it until you come into it. And I was in it. I was in it. I had the most best friend, best respectable woman in my entire life. And she had dementia. And you learn that with the dementia, okay, with the dementia, they forget, they don't recognize anything. They don't recognize the food, so they won't eat it. They don't recognize the medication, so they won't take it. And believe me, not because I'm a cook, because anybody can cook, but I used to make things for my wife soft. Mashed potatoes, scrambled egg, mashed veggies. And she wouldn't even have a glass of water. She wouldn't even have a teaspoon of water. So one clairvoyant came to me and she said, "Don't worry, Tony, I'm a clairvoyant. Your wife told me she's resting." What a lot of crap. What a lot of rubbish. She doesn't even know my wife, and my wife told her she's resting. And where is your intelligence here? When you die, as a Catholic we are, of course the body is resting because it can't move. Body is finished, deteriorated. And I said, "How do you know she's my wife?" She said she told me. How about that, huh? Now, let's talk seriously here. God prohibit the clairvoyance. It's against the Catholic Bible. Against it. So, this clairvoyant who like to make money off people, brainwashing them, how can they talk to the dead if it's against the regulation of the Bible, against God? And why would God allow the dead to talk to this person? Why would they do that? You know? Tell me that. Think about that. The first thing they say, "Don't worry, he's resting, she's resting." And to me, the clairvoyant are magic people. They do magic. Just like you go to a person who's doing magic and you see something, how did he do that? You wouldn't know because it's hidden. So and now I heard a good one too, from she thinks she is a clairvoyant. I'm not criticizing anybody. I'm telling that it is impossible to believe these things. She said, animals got souls too. Really? So tell me, you might think it's a joke, but it's not. Tell me, this person who said animals got souls too. So what does she do? If a dog die, she asks him, bark 1 for yes, bark 2 for no. How does this person know that animals got souls? What, there is a different heaven for them? But remember, when you talk to the dead, there is 4 things in there. There is hell, there is limbo, there is purgatory, and there is heaven. So how do you know where this person is? Out of 4 places. because according to the Bible, that's all there is. Limbo, hell, purgatory, and heaven. And then sometimes I hear, this is what I hear myself, I hear that they say, oh, sorry, it wasn't your mother, it was a different lady, so I pushed her out. What do you mean push her out? She's not in the queue. Ladies and gentlemen and people who believe clairvoyant, that's your business. But I will never believe them for nothing. I will not believe them. They created things. I heard one lady, because before I hear it, I won't say it. She went to this person. And the husband and the wife and the father died of the husband. And she said, talking, you know, she make a bit of magic, whatever she does, ba 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 ba, and wave her hands, whatever, and close her eyes. And she said, your father is resting. That's the first thing they say. And he said, oh, I just want to know if he's doing okay. And he is very proud of you. And he said to her, thank you. What is he proud of me of? That you became a lawyer. And he said to her, I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a lawyer. So because they're very smart, very much smarter than us, she said to her, what are you then? He said, I'm a policeman. She said, oh, well, you're in the law. No, you're not. A lawyer is a lawyer, a policeman, a policeman. A lawyer fight the law. Police, they serve the law. A lawyer is not serving the law, is fighting the law. So, what a huge difference. She said, oh. So please, especially these old ladies, a lot of old people, you know, we believe because of faith. If anyone in this world, for sure, guarantee that there is God, I like to know. I'm not saying there isn't, and I'm not saying there is. And I'm not criticize. I had the other day, because this is what I want to talk about really. A knock on the door, and I'm not going to say what language they are, but you can realize I'm Maltese. They knocked on the door, and I said, yes, can I help you? I said, oh, do you believe in Jehovah? I said, no. Why not? Because I don't believe in Jehovah. That's why not. There's no reason. No, why not? I don't believe. Why do you believe in Jehovah? You know, where you come from, there's only Catholics there. Why did you change your religion? I can't believe that. They said to me, because the Catholic Bible is a liar. Wow, I said, my God. I said, and how do you know your Bible is not a lie? He said, because the head man or the priest or whoever the hell is of the Jehovah told us so. And I said, do you know who wrote the Bible? He said, why? I said, do you know who wrote the Bible? He said, people, human. I said, so you believe one human and you don't believe the other human. I said, and you are preaching something that you have changed your religion to Jehovah without knowing the truth. The truth. One woman, she asked a bishop, would you think that the bishop should know more than you? Of course, I would think he knows more than me. I am nobody. I'm just a person with bones, with heart ticking until God stop it, you know. And she said, Father, she said, I'd like to ask you a question. And the bishop said, it does the priest, it does the mass every Sunday on TV. He's a wonderful person. She said, is it true? She said, you probably know more than me. Is it true that there is life after death? You know what he said to her? He said, you have to die to find out. There you are. Nobody knows what's up there and what's down there. And then here comes the clairvoyant and start charging you by 100, 200, it depends how much time you spend with. A friend of mine went to clairvoyant. He's a European. He's like me, Maltese. And she was telling him things and things and things, and she said, you would go overseas. Of course you would go overseas one day. You from another country, you're in Australia? Because he's in Australia. And he said to her, one day I will go. She said, oh, you will go. Huh? And what about if he doesn't want to go or he hasn't got any money? What is he going to do though? He's going to go free? So, if you want to believe in God, stay with God. Don't go because your wife, you think I don't want to know about my wife? I say to God myself, believe me. I say to God, God, it's against the rules, they said, that clairvoyant can talk to the dead. I am not a clairvoyant. All I want is one message from my wife. If you can allow me that, please. And I'm not asking you to talk to her, because then it will be against the rules. I'm asking for a voice to come and say, your wife is okay, from an angel, from a saint, from a family, from a friend that they know her. And I've been asking that for over 2.5 years. And I say to God, because you know, when your mind doesn't work the way it should work, especially when you lose someone, your mind turns. I make mistakes, you know. I make mistakes. Of course I make mistakes. I'm not denying it. I make mistakes, of course. I'm a sinner too. I'm no special. If anybody can tell me he or she not a sinner, they'll be lying a lot. Okay? Because your mind wandering. And since I lost my wife, many times I don't know who I am. Or I don't know what I say. Okay? So I say to God, allow me, God, please. Allow me. I'm not asking you to talk to her. I'm asking for a message, please. And I beg you with all my heart, please. I want to know if she's still suffering. I want to know if she's okay. I'm not asking for a big thing. I'm not asking for touch lotto. I'm asking for my wife to hear a voice from an angel, from a saint, from her friends, or from any of her family or mine. Just to hear a voice. She's okay, don't worry. And then you hear people say, I saw my mother in the corner, I saw my father sitting down. Why am I not the same human as them? So be careful when you go to clairvoyance, that's all. Because to my belief, they are magic people. And magic people, they can do magic that they turn your head around. And they know how to talk, and they know that you are desperate, and they know that you are sad, so they think they can calm you down. This clairvoyant came on TV, and she reckons she's a healer. She's a healer. Can you believe that? She's a healer. $25 to ask a question. And this lady came and she said, my back is sore, very sore. So what did she do? She said, I will try to heal it for you. So she closed her eyes and she was going with her hands around her back. She thinks her hand is around her back. She's on YouTube, don't forget. She's not in her house. After a couple of minutes, because she only gave you a few minutes, 5 or 10, whatever, for $25. How are you feeling now? And the people who got the brains believe because they believe. Yeah, not bad, thank you. Thank you very much. That was a bit better. There's all these technology, all these huge specialists, all these physiotherapy, chiropractor, you name them, they cannot fix your back. But this one, she fixed a little bit her back by winding her hands and humming. And I asked this lady, I said, why are you tricking people? You're not genuine. She said, yes, I am, and she blocked me. She didn't want to hear me. If I'm telling the truth, you can take me to court, because what I say, the truth is the truth. I say it in front of you or in front of a judge. You see how we are brainwashed? You know, we are living in a society these days that everything is going upside down. Everything is going crazy. There's killing, raping, poverty, murdering, stealing, you name it. War after war. You see now Russia, what he wants to do? See what he wants to do, that sick person, very sick person. One lady, she told me, I don't blame Putin, because in Ukraine before, who you blame then? He's killing all these children. He's killing the innocent people. Who you blame? He's disturbing the world at the moment. So please, take care of yourself, number one. Number one is you. Okay? And then the rest after. That's the way we are today. The society today, respect is going down the drain. Respect is going down the drain these days. True? Fighting, arguing, hating. What else we gonna do in this world? You know, sometimes you wonder, why do you born for anyway? You're born to produce. What about the one who doesn't produce? Because not everybody have children, so they're not producing anything. This is Tony Natale, and I wanted to tell you, and remember please, the one with the dementia is one of the worst sickness a person can have. There's nothing worse than dementia. They don't recognize you after all these years. I got smacked. I got yelled. She broke things, but I kept her home. I tried to put her in the nursing home. Not really me, but I tried. And I said no. My wife, she took care of me when she was alive, and I do what I can. And yeah, I yelled at her too, you know. And that's what's killing me at the moment. It's really killing me that I yelled at my wife, because she did not deserve it. And at that moment, I couldn't think. You see how stupid I was? I was dumb, stupid, and cruel to yell at my wife. And now I'm alone without her. And you know who I am? Nobody. Nobody. I'm just waiting, that's all. That's who I am now, waiting. But if I can go next to her, I'll be very happy to go. If I go next to her. And that's what I'm hoping to believe. It's not easy to believe things that you cannot see. Okay? And I like to stop these people who talk nonsense about things. I saw my mother, they left me a message. I don't know. I'm not saying no, and I'm not saying yes. Okay? God bless you all. Tony from Australia. You can sink in what I said, or you can delete it. That's up to you. God bless you all, and take care of yourselves. Take care of yourselves now. That's all you got, yourselves.